it's Becky here. Nice to see you all again. Thank you for coming today. So if you saw my video last week, you would have heard that I'm going to try and attempt to eat better, have a healthier living, and all of those things to relieve some of the symptoms I'm experienced due to my uterine fibroids. Last year, as I explained in my last video, I sought the help from a nutritionist to try and help reduce some of the symptoms that I get because of my heavy periods, because of the fibroids, and just to try and less aggravate the fibroids so that, so that the symptoms aren't so bad, and then hopefully even to help them. It'd be a miracle, it'd be lovely if it did actually help to shrink them. But what I found when I did this a few months ago under her guidance, I felt that my symptoms were less severe. I didn't bloat so much. I didn't feel so uncomfortable. When I laid down, I couldn't feel the lumps and bumps so much like I could previously. Obviously I lost a bit of weight, it made me feel better, I had more energy, all of the classic symptoms that when you are eating better and you put in better things into your body, you feel better for it. So I couldn't see why it wouldn't work. If you're eating better and looking after yourself better, then your body's going to be able to cope with things a lot better. So I'd like to try and start up again. As I mentioned in my last video, I think because of the whole COVID-19 situation, it's been very easy just to have that as an excuse to eat a lot of rubbish, which I have been. So I've been eating a lot of sweet stuff. I've really got back into sugar again, a lot of caffeine, a lot of processed foods. Again, I think being vegan, I've kind of leaned towards getting things that last a long time, that go in the freezer, but also the naughty stuff. So although I'm vegan and obviously I can't eat the beef burgers and things like that, I tend to then get the vegan alternatives to all of that stuff. So the sausages, the vegan burgers, all of those stuff. And I think it's just that comfort food during such difficult time at the moment, and I think because I've been working so hard and it's been really tiring and things like that, I think I've just kind of gone towards having all of the naughty food, because that's probably what I fancied, but it's not making me feel great. As I mentioned in my last video, and I'll put some photos on if I can find them, I get ridiculous bloating, like so uncomfortable, but also it's my lumps and bumps, which I call my fibroids, which I can feel, but they're exaggerated. Sometimes it's usually worse just before my period, where obviously you got the water retention and everything anyway, so it always just all adds up and it's so uncomfortable. I bloat almost from the bottom of my, all the way bottom, all the way up almost to under here, and sort of under here, because there's nowhere else for it to go, and it's so uncomfortable. I feel a bit better once it's been that time of the month and everything's kind of, there's less pressure down there, because I feel it's just the pressure and the lagging feeling that I get, which is really, really bad. As I say, a few months ago when I was eating a lot better, drinking a lot better, I didn't get so much of that bloatiness, and I felt that my lumps and bumps, my fibroids, weren't so prominent. I couldn't feel them so much, and again I felt better. So I'm hoping this is the start of a chapter to go back into that. From tomorrow, so over this weekend, my husband and I have been eating up lots of the stuff that we won't be able to eat going forward, as he's going to kind of join in, probably not so strictly, but he's going to join in as well. So there's lots and lots of different sort of objectives I'm hoping to achieve from my healthier living programme. Lots of things. So I've got a list of things and I'm just going to read them out. Sorry if I keep looking over that direction, I've got them up on my computer screen, but I'm just going to go through a list of the things that I'm hoping to achieve over the next few weeks. I'm going to take you along with me, so I'm not going to vlog probably every day, but whenever I can, just to give you updates, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, how I'm changing things, recipes, lots of different things I found to try and help you out there as well, because I really want to do this for you guys to see whether it's worth it. My husband and I watched so many documentaries about how to cure different illnesses and conditions and symptoms people get from a variety of different things, how they cure those from just what they eat, what they drink, what they put in their bodies, how they treat their bodies, instead of any more medication. This is what I want to do. I don't want to be pumping medication. And I think when the Esmya tablet was recalled, I felt that this is my opportunity, that again, I don't want to keep going back to my gynecologist, my doctor, to sort of say, what other tablet can I use? I don't want to keep pumping hormones into my body. And this is where last year I would say to my nutritionist, I want to be as natural as possible. I don't want to be pumping more hormones into my body when it's hormones that are creating this problem in the first place. So I want to be able to sort of balance my body, balance the hormone levels, do lots and lots of things. I know my nutritionist has recommended supplements before as well, so I might look into those again over the next few weeks as well. But I want to try and just be as natural as possible. There's obviously going to be the odd hiccup, odd issue, things like that, but as much as possible, everything's going to be natural. Okay, so I'll go through my little list here, and then as I say, I'm going to try and take you along with me at different stages of the journey. I'll vlog bits as I go along, like a little diary, and then sort of every week or so I will do an update on the channel just to see how I'm going. Firstly, I wanted to stress that this isn't to do with weight loss. Ideally, yes, I would feel a lot more comfortable. I feel that over the last few weeks with the COVID situation, eating badly, the not so much exercise, busy at work, all of those things contribute to perhaps feeling a bit more heavier, put on a few pounds, but nothing ridiculous. But if this was to help with that, it would make me feel more comfortable, perhaps in my clothes, in, actually physically more comfortable, not what I look like, but physically more comfortable around my middle, because I always find that's obviously where my trouble area is. Not so much fatty, but because of my fibroids, I find it just makes me very uncomfortable if I feel bloated around the middle there. So I want to try and, that's why I wanted to try and reduce everything, just so it make me feel more comfortable. So it's not about weight loss, but I will probably go through with you perhaps my current weight and what I am a few weeks down the line, and see if it does make a difference. I'm sure it will do, obviously cutting out so much sugar, cutting out all the rubbish, all the process that I've been eating. So that will be one thing, but it's not the focus. It really isn't the focus. It would just be a bonus. One of the main things is, which one of my nutritionists would stress to me, is to cut down on the caffeine. The caffeine isn't great. It could affect my hormone levels and all of that. So what I was doing previously, at the moment I'm currently probably drinking 7 cups of tea a day, 7-8 cups of tea a day, perhaps coffee, usually decaf coffee, but still coffee. I'm going to try and cut this down to what I was doing a few months ago, which was about 1 cup a day, 1 cup of caffeinated tea a day, and then during the rest of the day I'd either have herbal teas, some fruit teas, and then just water, really. So it's about cutting down on all that caffeine. Secondly, so I do quite well with this at the moment, but it's been mixed a lot at the moment with a lot of processed foods. So this is what my next thing is: increase my fruit and veg intake. So we went to a farm shop today and brought lots and lots and lots of organic vegetables and fruit. I love vegetables. I'm not the biggest fruit fan, but I eat it. I'm a vegetable person. But I've bought loads and loads of vegetables. So everything is going to be jam-packed with veg. As well as I'm going to, what I used to do, and this goes on to my next point, is I used to make like a green superfoody smoothie every morning. So no fruit juices in it or anything citrus like that. But the base used to be kale. And then I would put things in like ginger, beetroot, blueberries, something sweet just to take that edge off the kale, sometimes spinach, lemon juice, lots and lots of things in there that are just so good for you, and then just top it up with water, so no sort of fruit juices in there, so it's really good for you. That's something I used to have every morning, particularly when I got to work. I may have had my breakfast before I come to work, and then that would be when I got to work, and then that would keep me going for the morning. So that's what I'm going to try and do again as well. So as much natural food as possible, no processed foods. So as I said, my husband and I have been eating a lot of vegan burgers, sausages, whatever we can find, and we're going to try and stop doing that. So as much as possible, unless it's a real emergency or there's nothing else, we are going to just try and eat as naturally as possible. Lots of beans, lots of lentils, lots of pulses, in lots of curries, lots of stews, lots and lots and lots of different things, and then filled with veg. So the next part, which is going to be one of the hardest bits, is to reduce my sugar and snack intake. So particularly sugar, I've been addicted a lot recently to having biscuits, chocolate, ice cream for pudding, lots and lots of sweet stuff. And then my biggest downfall is the Biscoff Lotus spread on everything, which could be on bread, it could be on toast, it could be on crumpets, whatever. I've got to try and reduce that. So I'm not going to buy any more, and that's it. More healthy snacks. So I'm going to try and have snacks that I take to work. There's more like celery sticks with peanut butter. I seem to have gone off peanut butter a bit recently. I think that's because I got into my Biscoff Lotus spread, because, you know, it doesn't really compare. But I'm going to go back onto the peanut butter with things like celery sticks, with apple, things like that are filling and easy to make, so it's great. Yeah, so really get onto the healthy snacks, and things like obviously the shake that I'm going to do every morning as well. That's a brilliant healthy snack to do. The other thing I'm going to try and get back onto is things like porridge with almond milk or coconut milk, because it's just so filling for you. So it's really, really good. So lots and lots of proteins. So this is something that my nutritionist always used to say to me, is think about the protein. So you have your main meal, you have your lunch, where's the protein? And that's what you've always got to ask yourself. Is it in the beans? Is it in the lentils? Is it wherever else you want to get of it? You have to think about every meal, where is your protein? Because that's what's going to fill you up and keep you full for longer. And give you the energy as well. The next thing I must do during this time is more exercise. So as I already mentioned, I used to do lots of exercise, so 3 miles a day, at least, walking to and from work, but at the moment, because we're carrying more stuff, so I have to take my laptop to work with me and things like that, and also there's availability in the car park. I've been driving to work, or I've been working from home, so my exercise has really gone down. But I'm going to try and think of lots of creative ways to exercise. So obviously I do like doing my yoga videos, so on YouTube, go and find yoga videos, and they're really, really good. But also I hula hoop. I love hula hooping, so I'm going to do more of that, and that's really, really good for your middle around your core. And also I've bought a skipping rope, as it's really, really, really good sort of cardio and things like that. So I'm going to try and do lots and lots more exercise, just to try and make me feel better as well. This would also help me perhaps more with relaxation and stress and things like that. Having, we all say that once you've exercised you feel great, so I just want to do more of that. Because it's such a hard time at the moment. I think we just need to do whatever we can to help ourselves. So yeah, I'm going to try more of that. Next, that leads on nicely to my next one, which is rest, relaxation, meditation, fun, separating work from home life, and good sleep. So just to try and think a bit more about myself. Work has been really busy and things like that, but just to try and think a bit more about myself, and just to relax a bit more. I find it quite hard to relax. So I'm going to try and do things like that. A bit more relaxation, a bit more fun, a bit more time together with with my husband and the cats and things like that. So that's good. Enjoying experiencing new recipes. So this is a perfect opportunity to find and try more different foods. So you've got your basics, you've got your lentils, your beans, whatever else you want to put in your meals, but then just to try and just diversify what you eat. So, don't stick to the same old recipes, because then that's when you're going to get bored and just want to, crave the naughty foods. So to experiment with new foods, to find new things, new ingredients, new things to cook with, new recipes, and really, really have fun. And lastly, I touched on this earlier, it's not really about the weight loss. It's just to feel more comfortable, healthier, and to reduce the symptoms of the fibroids naturally, so without medication. So that is my main aim of this, is to fight those fibroids, fight them naturally. So to not pump my body full of medications or hormones or anything like that, but to try and reduce the symptoms that I have naturally. So basically, look after myself, look after my fibroids. So that's how I'm going to see it, and hopefully it will really help us all out there, just to see if it's something that's worth doing. So yeah, that's my aim for the next few weeks, is just to see if I can make myself feel better. As I say, and as I've mentioned before, I have very, very heavy periods from my fibroids, and things like that, and obviously water retention, bloating, uncomfortableness, tiredness, because perhaps my iron gets a bit low, lots and lots and lots of different things. But this time is to try and help myself as much as possible, balance my hormones, look after myself a bit better, treat myself better, feed myself better, lots and lots of water, lots of good drinks, lots of healthy foods, lots of experimenting with foods, lots of nice colour and vegetables and whatever else, and curries, I love curry. Lots and lots and lots of different things, but I want to take you guys along with me. Yeah, and it should be good. So I'm going to start from tomorrow. So today is Sunday, the 14th of June 2020. So from tomorrow I'm going to start. As I say, I'm going to take you with me, not every day, but as you know, a few days here and there, throughout the weeks, and then update you every week or so. But just for weight loss, so yeah, okay, so again, it's not about the weight or losing weight, but I think I'm starting at about 10.25 stone. Can't think what that is in pounds at the moment. I think it's about 144 pounds. Perhaps you need to correct me on that one. And then see if it makes a difference as well. But yeah. Just one last thing. I remember when I used to see my nutritionist, I was actually vegetarian, I wasn't vegan, and actually did used to eat some meat, so technically a pescatarian at the time. Obviously things have changed a lot since then. One of the biggest things she told me, and just to help you guys out there, was for the hormone balance, was to cut out dairy. Because when I first went to see her, I was a cheeseaholic. I was absolutely addicted to cheese. And she said one of the worst things to eat is dairy. And this is when I started on my vegan quest, because I thought I was already not eating meat, very rarely eat fish. It was literally tuna and salmon, very occasionally, because she said it was very good. And I'd already cut to oat and soya milk in my tea, so it was the cheese really that was a big issue at the time. I thought it's easy for me to cut it out completely, and then that's when I went vegan in November last year. But she said, just for you guys out there, dairy was one of the worst things for me, dairy and caffeine, and to try and stop my sugar fixes, so all those things. So just for you guys out there, for your heads, dairy was one of the worst. But anyway, sidetracked. Okay, so join me guys with all this adventure. It should be fun, should be exciting, should be quite an eye-opener, and see you on the other side. But I'll see you soon. So take care guys, bye.